Today on Game Pass Daily, football, dungeons, and wild dragons are headed your way. Could Microsoft's next acquisition be Embracer Group? And Phil Spencer goes to Blizzcon. This and more coming up next. Much like October, November on Game Pass is starting off strong. Let's take a look at the games available this week on Game Pass. Progress never stops when you're pursuing footballing greatness. New tools empower you to develop a blueprint for success and the most complete edition to date. Football Manager 2024 dropped on the Game Pass yesterday and is playable on Xbox, PC, and cloud. Football is the relentless pursuit of perfection. Success in the modern game is defined by those who build, plan, and fine-tune every aspect of their club. The brand new ability to import your career from Football Manager 2023 perfectly positions you to continue your existing journey to the top. Whether you're a manager who likes to build from the bottom or prefers to chase immediate glory, the perfect challenge awaits you. Next up, build a cozy and comfortable dungeon to suit your creature's needs and rule over them. Then, send them out into the overworld to kindly remind the good people living there that the absolute evil rules over their lands. Dungeons 4 drops into Game Pass for Xbox, PC, and cloud on November 9th. Gather your evilness in new and dynamic ways and unleash it upon the lush green forests and plains of the overworld to turn them over to the dark side. But make sure that your dungeon is well secured by traps and defended by your creatures, for those pesky overworlders won't just twiddle their thumbs while you turn their land into the absolute evil's most pleasurable holiday paradise. Dungeon 4 keeps the spirit of its predecessor, but everything is bigger, better, with even more dynamic evilness. Now, I never played any of the Dungeons games, but it looks like a lot of fun, so maybe now is a good time to try the series out. Next up, erase your past to protect your future. Once a legendary Yakuza, Kazuma Kiryu faked his own death and abandoned his name for the sake of protecting his family. Now, he is thrust into conflict by a mysterious figure attempting to drive him out of hiding. Like A Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name comes to Game Pass November 9th on Xbox, PC, and cloud. Kiryu embarks on a gripping action narrative with bone-shattering combat filled with exciting characters and activities. Dynamically switch between the Yakuza and agent fighting styles in visceral melee combat. With the Yakuza style, strike fear into enemies by unleashing wildly aggressive moves, or up the ante with the agent style by delivering blows with absolute speed and precision, while using an array of high-tech gadgets like electrified bind wires to stun enemies, then send them flying. Strategically adapt to the situation and leverage both styles to dominate and destroy hordes of enemies. So another Yakuza game hits Game Pass right after we just got Like a Dragon Ishin only a few weeks ago. Clearly, Sega and Xbox's partnership has only grown over time. You love to see it. Next up, and speaking of partnerships, here's another EA Play title coming to Game Pass. Are you ready to tame a world gone wild? PC Game Pass and Ultimate members can master ancient tech to hunt down giant beasts on November 9th when Wild Hearts drops into Game Pass for Xbox, PC, and cloud. Wild Hearts is a unique twist on the hunting genre, where technology gives you a fighting chance against fearsome beasts infused with the ferocious power of nature itself. Take on the creatures alone or hunt with friends in seamless co-op. No one remembers why the kimono began their rampage through a once prosperous Azuma. Fueled by desperation, they wield the power of primal nature at its most destructive. For a while, it seemed that no one could stand against their overwhelming might. But hope arrives in the form of a formidable hunter armed with deadly weapons and ancient technology that could turn the tide of the battle. I never got to play EA's take on the monster hunter style genre, so I'm looking forward to testing this one out. Remember, this is only for PC Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate members, because those are the subscription tiers that include EA Play. Alright, that's all we got for Game Pass this week. Now let's move on to some news. It looks like the COO of Embracer has stepped down and left the company after his second 4-year stint with the gaming publisher and developer. The former COO of Embracer, Strunk, said this, and I quote, "Although the last year has been rough, in line with general market changes and industry consolidation, I am positive that Embracer will come out stronger and with a long, bright future ahead of them." It seems like the bad news just keeps hitting Embracer. When the Swedish company had a $2 billion partnership fall through with Savvy Games Group, which is funded by the Saudi government. That caused the company to restructure, which involved closing studios, terminating projects, and refocusing on others. They shut down Saints Row developer Volition and were even optioning off the possibility of selling off Gearbox, the studio famous for Borderlands. So why do I bring this up? Well, Xbox right now is working directly with Embracer Dev Studios, Crystal Dynamics on the Perfect Dark reboot, and Eidos Montreal on Fable. So the question needs to be asked. How much more runway does a company like Embracer have after their stock dropped over 40% a few months ago and they lost a $2 billion deal? Will Embracer start to sell off their IP or their studios to the likes of someone like Microsoft? I don't know. Both Crystal and Eidos Montreal are very talented studios. Never mind, Embracer owns some great IPs like Tomb Raider and Lord of the Rings. Many have speculated that it's only a matter of time before Embracer tries to recoup some of those losses by having a fire sale of some of its assets. I just hope that the employees can land on their feet and that this wave of industry layoffs at least slows down or comes to a halt, because this shit is getting out of control. Okay, last up, we actually have some happy news, so let's end on a good note. Microsoft now owns ABK, so Philly Boy decided to drop in and say hello to Blizzcon 2023 and his first ever time at the event.
The CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Phil Spencer.
Thank you, Mike. And hello, everybody, BlizzCon. This is my first BlizzCon ever. And it's great to feel the energy in the room. You are the reason we make games. Your love for these games truly is inspiring. Our commitment at Xbox is to bring more great games to more players in more places. And now that Blizzard is part of Xbox, we will nurture the essence of what has made Blizzard unique. We're going to empower our new colleagues in a culture of trust, inclusion, and collaboration to continue what they do best, redefining existing genres, creating new, never-before-seen experiences, and uniting players globally in new ways, in Azeroth, in Sanctuary, in near-future Earth, and beyond. It has been a privilege to welcome the teams at Blizzard to Xbox, and I'm honored to be able to be here to help welcome all of you to BlizzCon 2023. Having seen what's in store for players, I can say the future of Blizzard is brighter than ever. And you all have so much to look forward to in this show. So I'll get out of here, let you see the show. Thanks everyone for the warm reception, and have a great time at BlizzCon. Thank you.
It was cool to see Phil on stage letting everyone know that Microsoft is there to support Blizzard going forward, and hopefully some of that Microsoft money can help fix my poor Overwatch, because that game needs some serious love. And maybe in the next few years, we could see World of Warcraft make its way onto consoles. Would love to see it. Before I wrap things up, let's take a look at what's leaving Game Pass on November 15th. We got Coffee Talk, Exapunks, Ghost Song, Gungrave Gore, Football Manager 2023, obviously we just got 2024, we have Lappin, and Townscaper. That's all I got for today, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Game Pass Daily on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and join our Discord gaming community. We'll see you next time.